Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Will Reichard to kick off.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On return, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready! Down. 45. White. Black ultra. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Gordon. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Caught by number 10.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
At the 34-yard line.
Okay, right? Blaster, 6. Ready, ready. 60 red. 60 red. 10.
Operating from the gun. Gordon. The Saints are 1-3 here in the early part of the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Red. Yellow. 22. Steel. Black. Set.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set. Stripe, yellow, 43. Black, white, hut.
Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's 3rd and 7.
Eagles, here we go. Drills green. Black 40. Blue striker. Set hut.
They'll look to throw again. Over the front, the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence, and he doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game, and who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Come on, set. Yellow, 22. Hut, hut.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
52 blue. Set.
He'll try again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. They get this out left, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Penix. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. You look at the Saints defense, they're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
They'll throw with Penix. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Looking to throw, Penix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Penix. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll give the Falcons a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And looking to throw, Penix. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And you look at the Saints defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
To the air, Penix. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go now. Drop ball 80. Drop ball 18.
Here's Penix. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I had no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass incomplete.
Intended for Kyle Pitts. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Penix to the air once more. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Point after here coming up.
For the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Saints 3. Will Riker to kick off.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Oh, nice move. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
He's across midfield, down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Saints are able to move back in front.
The kicker on for the point after.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard
line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
In fact, it was just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. to throw here. He completes it to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 yards on the pickup.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First and 10, it's Robinson. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Ball at the 26, second and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to the ground with Robinson. And strong line there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll run again here with Robinson. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Falcons, first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Robinson diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
touchdown, Atlanta.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
14, Saints 10. Will Reichard to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Nifty move. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Ready, set.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
60 reps. 60 reps. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
At the 21-yard line.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Hurt. Cut 19. This is me. Right there. Hurt. Go.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Touchdown! Drake London in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Will Reichard to kick off.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. Most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. This pass is caught by London. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons come of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 8.
Will Reichard to kick off.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the
19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Let's go now. Set.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Set. 40. Hut.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Ready
So
up.
time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Ready. 50. Green. Steel. Black. Green jack. Set.
Back to throw. Gordon. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Jones on the return. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they've pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, 65 Cowboys. Motion. Stay with him.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he's across the 40 for the extra yards to the 43. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
A 41-yard gain. 1st down, Atlanta.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And now they'll shift things around. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Penix working out of the gun here. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Here's to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a 14-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
35. Saints 10.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
On the return, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Let's go now. Ready?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That's good.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
Back to throw now on first down. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
A gain of 24
That's
more
back-to-back
yards.
plays of over 20 yards.
Saints.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Okay,
From Falcon
right?
territory now, here's first and 10. Down at the 33.
Here we go. Black, 95. Hut.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set, hut. Needle, big smash, red. Set.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Spike, right, ready.
Looking to throw. Gordon. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Ready, set.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Yellow.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 10 yards out. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Falcons 35. Saints 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people were, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Over the middle, caught by London. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Falcons are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Saints 17. Will Reichard to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
Here we go, set. Blue, 32. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Gordon. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Go, yellow, go. Striker, 3.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Red, cycle. Zoom, black. Clock, 10, blaster, 6. Ready?
Back to throw. Gordon. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards.
That's another.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Back to throw again. Down the left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That black ultra. Yellow, 43. Set.
Looking to throw. Gordon. Touchdown, Saints. Noah Fant from 6 yards away. the Saints get a bit closer.
The kicker on
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Towers. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
At the 36-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
A slant to Jones. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
49. Saints 24.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. They get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try it for some bigger yardage.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's good for
60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
10 at the 42-yard line.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Here we go, set.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Field. Striker. 3, 10 flag.
You got tight right there.
Yellow, go red. Set, go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's is inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Let's go. Trouble, 30-X, yellow, 43. Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Intended for number 23. Incomplete. Brings up third and goal.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Smash, red, black 40. Set, cut.
They'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
On the set.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Black Ultra, black, 95. Hut, hut.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Falcons, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.